Hello, everyone. Welcome back to On Point Politics. And today I'm going to be doing my Senate prediction for 2024 as of the month of February. If you guys do enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that post bell notification so you don't miss another video that I post. Consider becoming a member for just $4.99 a month to get access to our Discord server and exclusive videos that will be coming out every few weeks or so. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, before we actually start the prediction, I would like to officially announce that we do have a website for On Point Politics now. We currently have a election forecast that's going to be updated every week or so, a newsletter that will be coming out, and you will be able to see the latest polling analysis from things like the presidential approval ratings, different states, and issues that are affecting the country. You can see over here, if you go to election forecast, you will have the election forecast for the month slash week. I probably will be updating this probably weekly or so. You can click here to watch the latest prediction, view the model, and here you would have all the demographics for the prediction that stand right now. Polling averages are coming very soon. You also have the newsletter, and if anybody's interested on helping me start the polling averages, or just anybody that is on the ground in any states that want to provide information so we can be the most informative and accurate election channel on YouTube, you can fill out your information down below. However, let's get back to the prediction. And so for the safe R states, we're going to have Utah, Wyoming, North Dakota, both Nebraska elections, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Indiana. I'm going to put this here as safe R. I don't think it's going to be under a 10-point win just because of the fact that more than likely, even though it is an open election, I don't see the Democrat performing necessarily that well there. I think the states of Hawaii, California, Washington, Maryland, Delaware, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Vermont are all going to be safe Democratic states. Now, I think for the state of New Jersey, I think that's if Bob Menendez makes it past the primary, I do think that the Republicans will get it a lot closer. I don't know if it'll be a flip. I mean, if they run like Citarelli or something like that, it could possibly be a flip in that scenario because of Bob Menendez's really bad approval ratings. However, I still think as of right now, he would cruise by through re-election as of right now. I think with Trump's gains in the state of New York, the Senate race there will probably be a little bit closer than expected. I think the main C will also be a likely margin as well. They will probably outrun Biden on the national level, as well as the state of New Mexico. Now, for the state of Texas, I think Cruz, even though he's not the most popular Republican on the national level, I still think with the help of Trump's coattails will be carried over in the state. He probably will improve in the border area of Texas and probably win by about 5 or 6 points, similar to Trump's victory in 2020. Now, in Florida, even though Rick Scott has always had very competitive and close elections, he's still managed to be able to win every single one. And I think since the state is trending to the right, this is the first time he runs with Trump as the top of the ticket. He probably will win by more than 5 points in the state. Now, he will underperform Trump, but I just see, due to poor candidate quality, searching from the Democrats and the fact that Trump's going to carry him over, I do think he'll win it by more than 5 points. The next state I'm actually going to be adding to the safe Republican column is the state of West Virginia. The state, Manchin may not even run for re-election, and Jim Justice seems to be the nominee there, so he will help the Republicans massively overperform in the state and defeat the Democrat, whether it's the incumbent Manchin or just somebody else. I think that Trump's coattails will also help them carry them over as well. Now, for the more competitive states, I think Montana is actually going to be a likely victory. A lot of people have it as a lean or tilt race, or even possibly going to John Tester, but I can't see John Tester outperforming Biden by 20 points on the national level. I think that more than likely Trump is going to carry Tim Sheehy to the finish line here. Matt Rosendale may have joined a little bit too late, but I still think that regardless of who the nominee is, it'll probably be over a 5 point win. It won't be safe, but I think it will be over 5 points. Now, the next state I do have here as a likely state is the state of Minnesota. If you look here, Klobuchar won the state by 24 points here. She is considered an electoral juggernaut in the state, but I think because of the fact that that was a midterm and Republicans didn't really get their votes out, I think that may have really affected them in the state. So I'd say, it's not a lean margin, but maybe it is an 8 or 9 point win in a presidential race. She'll definitely outrun Biden on the national level. Now, for the state of Virginia, I am actually going to characterize it as a lean margin. You can see Kane here won by about 16 points. However, I think that if they do end up nominating Hung Kao as the Republican nominee, more than likely he is going to outperform expectations and possibly get this close, especially if Trump is starting to go to places and really try to flip these. Recently, he was in an interview on Fox talking about trying to flip Virginia, flip New Jersey, flip New York. And so, if he's really going to try to make a play for those, he could save Republicans the House with that. And as well in Virginia, he could try to get this race a little bit closer. So, I think maybe it's a 2 3 point win for Tim Kaine. Now, in Ohio, I think Sherrod Brown will lose. I think the Republican will win. Bernie Moreno, he's seeming to get a lot of the coalescing all of the party support. They're unifying him to avoid a divisive primary. And I think because of that, he is going to win somewhat easily. If you look here, he does very well in northeastern Ohio, but I think that a Republican there will ever so slightly be able to outperform in these areas and possibly make this a 3 or 4 point win for the Republican Party. Now, Bob Casey is probably going to hold on. He has that name ID in the state, winning the state by 13 points in 2018. I think he's going to be able to barely hold on in the state, probably by about 1 or 2 points, even if Trump ends up winning it. He just has that major party ID there. In Michigan, I think it's going to be really close, especially that it's an open seat, and more than likely they're going to nominate Alyssa Slotkin as the Democrat. I think that this is going to be a close race. Trump is probably going to win the state by a few points, possibly. So I do think, in fact, it is going to be very, very close, but more than likely, she will be able to hold on in this race. Slotkin will probably be able to hold on if she becomes the nominee. For Wisconsin, I'm going to be putting it as a till R state. I think that Tammy Baldwin, although is a very big overperformer, I think in a presidential election year, she'll probably get crushed by Trump's major turnout numbers, and more than likely, Trump will help the Senate Republican make it to the finish line here. I expect Trump to win Wisconsin by about 2.5 to 3.5, almost 4 points. So I think that it is going to be a little bit too much of a discrepancy for it to really occur. Even in the Senate race and governor's races in 2022, Ron Johnson consistently outran the governor race by about 3 percentage points or so. So I think if Trump is winning the state by 3 points, it could possibly end up flipping to the Republicans. Now, with Nevada, I think that, oh, excuse me, Arizona, I think the state is going to be close. Even if Sinema does run, it is going to be a dogfight. Ruben Gallego, funny enough, will probably outperform Biden on the national level, and Trump will actually do a little bit better than Kerry Lake. But I think Kerry Lake will more than likely be able to get to the finish line here. And I think as for Nevada, Trump is probably going to win the state by about 3 or 4 points, and that will probably put him over in the state. Now, I know the count here says 17-17, but it would result, I believe, in a 54 to 46 Senate for the Republicans, more than likely. I think because, wait, I think it's, okay, Texas and Florida is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I think it's about 55 seats, 45 seats for the Republicans. All Democrats have about 45, 46 seats for the Democrats. So this is my final Senate prediction for now. I think it is a more conservative prediction, but it usually states in presidential elections that end up, when a president usually wins the state, the Senate race ends up going with it during a presidential year. So I do think that is how it's going to play out. However, I do think in Michigan and Pennsylvania, these people will be able to barely hold on. However, if Trump is winning the national popular vote by 3 or 4 points, these states are probably going to be a lot closer than expected. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post bell notifications so you don't miss another video that I post. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.